Hey, Grand Rising, your bright blessings to all of my petal patrons. It is October the 7th, 2023. That makes today, on this Saturn day, a 6 universal energy day. So what I appreciate about the 6 energy day is that anything that's been built up over these past couple of days, we sort of get the opportunity to balance it out a little bit more and sort of go in with knowing what it is that we need to do with those different choices, changes, and even honoring some of the little mini weirdness or some of the dramas that might have popped up earlier on in with this week energy cycle. So we do have 7 main transits that are taking place today, but I always like to share all of these beautiful things that show up in the chart, all of these beautiful angles. We do actually have more trines today than we do have squares, but we do have some big squares, and they all involve this moon in Cancer, of course. There's just a lot of shifting energies that are coming in amongst the heavens. Let's talk about the bigger energies for the day. The moon in Cancer here, of course, is having this beautiful sextile earlier this morning with this Uranus and Taurus energy. And so that will support the expansion of what it is that we need to do for nurturing. So keep that in mind. We will also have a little bit of a conjunct that shows up here with this Jupiter and Taurus, excuse me, against this Sun in Libra. So that's what this yellow line is, all the quincunxes that are here. Those are necessary conversations that need to take place. So the value of balance of what we're doing in our day or your personal energy field against what we know needs to physically be done again. So that's there. So there's some physical activity that needs to be done, although some of us are sort of feeling like we want to laze around a little bit on Saturday. That's fine. But think about it not only from a physical perspective, but also from an energetic perspective and sort of what we're getting geared up to here for this big eclipse that's coming up next week. Then the other big point that I was making is that with this moon in Cancer in its home turf, emotion, having this grand trine energy here with Neptune and Pisces also in its home turf. So this will erupt a little bit of some emotions for people. You can't have that much water without there being some sort of an emotion. But what I can say is that we actually do have another grand trine with all of the earth signs today. So it's pretty balanced in one sense. And it'll shift a little bit more in the later part of the afternoon. The square that's going to come in here that will create a little bit of tension for some people is this Mars in Libra against that moon in Cancer. Then later on, we're going to have this opposition that shows up with Pluto here in Capricorn against that moon in Cancer before we end up going into the shift of the moon moving over into Leo. So that'll take place about 4:24 to 7:24. That will give us an opportunity to, if we've put some energy and effort into either self-development, self-thought, sort of hanging in with ourselves and figuring out what it is that we need to do to shift or change, or if you put some physical energy into your day, more of an opportunity for appreciation. And then the very last thing that's going to take place today is where we have another necessary conversation then that's going to take place when the moon shifts into Leo with this Saturn in Pisces. So are you opening yourself up from restrictive type of a mentality or thought process, opening it up a little bit, sort of letting the drama go and being able to set yourself up for the most beautiful energy? The mantra of the day is, I am capable of managing my emotions, and saying no is a full sentence. All right, guys, have a fabulous Saturday. We'll see you very